Hey up everybody, Betty's back. Right, today I'm making one that I seen a while back and I fancied and I like the look of it. So it is a Meatballs Alla Norma, another Italian dish. So I'll show you the list of ingredients and we'll get cracking with it. Okay, so we have one large aubergine. We have about 30 grams of Parmigiano Reggiano, 400 grams of minced beef, a knob of butter, one garlic clove, a handful of flat leaf parsley, some sweet chili sauce, some balsamic vinegar, some olive oil, fennel seeds, you can see that, a tin of chopped tomatoes, and about 200 grams of polenta. So let's get cracking with it. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is to sort the aubergine out, and what I'm going to do is try and get these cut it up into 1 centimetre chunks. So we'll just discard that for the time being. Get that out of the way. Actually, before I forget, before I get the chopping board police in, tea towel. Just remembered that. So 1 centimetre chunks. So all I'm going to do is make these about that thick. And it's got to be cubes, so I'm going to, this is just the start of it. So put those to the side. Obviously you want them as equal as you can, and I made a right mess of that, but hey, there we go. So basically we're going to be going about that. I'm going to go like so. So the cubes. Right, so I'm looking for that sort of size. I'll come back in a second when I've done it all. Right, so that's all nicely chopped up. So what I'm going to do now is put some salt on these. Right, put some salt on there. Give them a scrunch about. And we're going to set those aside for about 15 minutes so it can release some of the water out of there. In the meantime, we've got our mince here. I've finely chopped, well not finely, but I've chopped the parsley up. So I'm going to put most of that in there. Okay, leave some for garnish for later on. I'm going to put just a little bit of salt and pepper in here. Just a little bit. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. And we'll give this a bit of a mix up. Make sure it's all well incorporated there. Nicely done. Right, so I'm now going to form the meatballs. They don't need to be massive. Let's have a look. About a year big. Technical measure there. Just some nice little balls, basically. So I'll come back when they're done. Okay, so we've got about 18 meatballs there, and I've put some fennel seeds into a bowl, and all we're going to do is pop these little beauties in here, a few at a time, and give them a roll about. Make sure they're all coated in the fennel seeds. Might have to put some more in there, but hey. Just do them little bits at a time. A few more fennel seeds. And we'll just roll them around until they're all coated in those lovely fennel seeds. It's absorbing quite a bit actually. Some of them have got more than others, as you can see. But I'll carry on with that until they're done. Okay, so that's them all done. I'm going to pop those in the fridge until it's time to fry them off. Okay, so I've got my pan on a medium heat, about a tablespoon and a half of olive oil, and what I'm going to do is, now this has had 15 minutes, this aubergine, I'm going to give it a squeeze, handfuls, get the excess fluid out, and then into the pan to fry. Get as much water out as you can. And yes, I have washed my hands since I've handled the mince, by the way. So, just make sure it's all nicely wrung out. You'd be surprised how much water comes out of there. Oh. Yeah, there's quite a lot of water come out of there. You don't have to go mental, just get the majority of it out. I mean, it doesn't have to be dry, you know what I mean? Just wring it out to the best of your abilities. We're nearly there, we're nearly there. Nearly, nearly, nearly. Right, you can see how much water's come out of there, look. So, I'll put that down the drain. Quickly wash my hands. And we're now gonna just steadily fry this off until it goes nice and golden, basically. Probably take about 5 or 6 minutes, I would have said, on a medium heat. So I'll come back when we're at that stage. Okay, so this Alla Norma sauce is starting to take shape. I've just been reading up there, Alla Norma is a cry of joy apparently, that's where it gets its name, meaning it's a masterpiece, Alla Norma. So there you go. Just need I'm going to crust this garlic in here, and I still haven't got another new garlic press. I know, terrible. Well, that's going to go in now. I've been stirring it quite often because it's got a tendency to catch. It catches on the bottom, it doesn't matter, it'll all add to the sauce. It'll come off with the sauce goes when the tomatoes and stuff go in. Ooh, that smells good. starting to go golden, as you can see. So next thing to go in is just turn it down so it doesn't catch too much. If we've got 2 tablespoons, 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar. Yes. In fact, there's just a little bulb left, so we may as well use that. And 2 tablespoons of our sweet chili sauce are going in here as well. What's I going to say? Next to go in after this is our tomatoes, which I've blitzed up. I didn't put any salt in here for the reason that there's still plenty of salt in there on the aubergines. So I'm just going to give that a quick mix up. All I've done is put a little bit of pepper in here, blitzed it, and a little bit of Italian seasoning. That's it. So it's in with our tomatoes. Ooh, that smells good. Let's stir it up, and we want a little bit of water. Some water in there as well. Give it a mixy. I wish you had smell of it. I know it's an old thing to say, but that smells lovely. That really does smell nice. So we need some more balsamic. I think we might have some in the cupboard actually, I'm not sure. Just drop that on the floor. So, second, bear with me. Just going to put the lid back on here. So what we're doing now. So I'm going to turn it up. Bring it to the boil. Lid on. And simmer it for about 10 minutes. Oh, it does smell good, that. It smells lovely. Yum, 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 yum. So it's coming up to the boil now. I'm just going to turn it down. I'm not going to put the lid on, just let it simmer away for 10 minutes till it thickens up slightly. And that's about as much as I can do for this morning. I'll be finishing the dish off tonight, so I will catch you guys later. Okay, Betty's back. So we're going to put our meatballs into the frying pan, which I've just had warming up with about a tablespoon or just under of olive oil. I'm going to put these in. And we're going to fry these off for about 10 minutes or until they're nice and golden brown. Whichever comes first. So I'll come back when they're nearly at that stage. Our sauce is back on heating up, by the way. I forgot to mention that, but that's back on heating up to reduce a little more. Right, so the meatballs are now done. I'm going to put them in the sauce while it's still warming up. And we'll crack on with the polenta. Okay, so I've added about 200 ml of water, cold water to a pan, and I've just brought it up to the boil. And I'm now going to slowly put in about half the packet, about 200 grams of this polenta slowly. And I know it's a metal whisk, but we still haven't got a plastic one yet, so it needs whisking. So you just keep whisking this for about 5 to 8 minutes. Keep your eye on it. And I am going to add some parmesan to this, about 30 grams. That's thickening up already. I'm just adding it bit by bit. Yeah, that's coming up very nicely. I'm just going to turn it down a little bit. There we go. Just double check the instructions on the back. For 5 to 8 minutes, yeah, definitely. That's thickened right up that like. I'm going to add the 30 grams of Parmesan into here. Let's just see what the consistency is like. If I need to add a little bit more water, I will do. I think I might have to here because that's gone very, very thick. Just going to add a little bit more water. Let's just see where it takes it. There we go, that's just loosened it off again. Not many occasions I've used polenta, to be honest. So it's all pretty new. Right, I'll continue cooking with that. I'll come back in a few minutes, or a nanosecond for use. Okay, so I've added about another 100 mils of water to that, and about probably another 30 grams or 15, 20 grams of Parmesan in there to our taste. So it's nice and cheesy. That's the polenta now done. That is our meatballs in that. Ooh, hold on a second. Bringing you down. There's the Alla Norma sauce. That is now ready. So I will serve up and it's taste testing time. So there we have it. It is my meatballs alla Norma with a few shavings of Parmesan on the top, served with polenta. Can't wait for this one. It's taste testing time. Okay, right, let's dig in. So I'm going to try and get the full Monty here with polenta, the sauce, Parmesan shavings on the top. There we go. Those meatballs with the fennel seeds on, when they've been fried off. Nice little bite. Perfectly cooked. Polenta's lovely with Parmesan in it. Lovely. Cheesy goodness.
It took a bit more work than it said on the packet though.
Yeah, we couldn't work out the packet instructions as such, could we? It says 400 mils of water and the packet's 400, so I presumed.
It didn't say per portion.
Didn't say per portion or anything, so I've put 200 in because we're only using half the packet. That's what the
instructions.
The ingredient it says on the list. So I added that to just over 200 mils of water, and it went very thick very quickly. Added more water, added some more water, and then we put the cheese in, put more cheese in because it wasn't cheesy enough for us. So, but anyway, we got there in the end. So it's one of them. But
so I'm just saying, because if anybody wants to make that,
yeah.
Just adjust it
to your taste.
To your taste.
Until it's smooth. Yeah. You can have it firm or you can have it loose. But the aubergines in there are lovely as well. Wowzers. I love polenta, like. Can we have some more of that? It was a bit of a faff trying to find it though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
We struggled to find some.
Morrison's?
Morrison's I got some eventually. But then it was the last packet, so.
Be popular then if it's the last packet.
Wow. I know I say after most dishes to give it a go, but that is top notch. Like I say, the Alla Norma was a cry of its perfection, and that is absolutely delicious. You wouldn't be unhappy with that in a restaurant. Well, I don't think so. I think that's spot on. Absolutely spot on. So anyway, I'm going to settle down.
Friday night.
Yep, we're going to settle down, have a drink. We've got stuff to do all of the weekend again, shopping, etc. So Thanks for watching, liking, subscribing, commenting again. We really do appreciate it. I know we say it every video, but we really do. It means a lot to us. And some of the comments are lovely. Absolutely lovely. So we will catch you guys over the weekend. So see you soon.
See you later, guys.
Bye for now.
Bye.